Ever heard of human-dog relationships? Old Dew is desperately cleaning when Mike targets the TV. Old Dew gives in, becoming Mike's obedient helper. During the walk, Old Dew can only follow behind like a little sidekick, silently enduring Mike's teasing. Mike's small figure makes the nearby cat swoon, but Old Dew is not someone easily trifled. While roaming in the park, Old Dew is distracted by a beauty, and Mike bosses him around, making Old Dew the big boss subordinate. Old Dew acts obediently, but once he chased a stick and was gone long. When Mike arrived, Old Dew unexpectedly bit his leash. Old Dew sprints down the street with Mike like kite flying, making Mike stagger around. Finally, he finds a quiet alley and throws Mike into a trash can. Just as Old Dew is about to strut away, a stray cat appears. Turns out this is cat territory, and they have a serious disdain for dog smell. Old Dew tries to resist, but the stray cat snatches his dog tag. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, he skedaddles with his tail between his legs. Poor Mike isn't so lucky. Instead, he becomes a plaything for the strays, tossed around like a rag doll, and even gets stuck on a clothesline. Then, returning from his escape, Old Dew brings along an animal control officer who specializes in catching stray animals with no owners. Strays scatter at the sight of them, leaving only Old Dew and Mike trapped in the alley. With no dog tags, they are treated like strays and captured. Old Dew goes quiet, like the well-behaved pet he is. He was rescued from the shelter, and if caught again, it would spell disaster for him. Just then, a rabbit jumps out, freezing the fat guard, but the rabbit boss causes trouble again. The rabbit boss relentlessly attacks the guard until he's down. Then, Tattooed Pig and Lizard show up, aiming to hijack the car. The Buddy Bean dog has just been caught too. The rabbit boss bites carrots into key shapes, easily unlocking the cage to rescue Bean Dog. Mike and Old Dew stand gaping. The guards kick flying by Piggy. Lizard takes off driving like a maniac down the street, causing chaos until he crashes into a dead end. Our crew is full of bite and blunders. Mike is desperate for some backup, but the rabbit boss looks down on these pampered pets. To impress him, Mike and Old Dew brag that they not only ate their own tags but also took care of them. The rabbit boss considers their picture and agrees to save them, but with a catch: they must listen to him now. So, they become the rabbit boss minions, trailing behind him into the sewers toward his secret lair. Meanwhile, the dog park is counting its pups, only to be interrupted by a pretty lady completely oblivious to the fact that 2 dogs are missing. Only the love-struck Dew upstairs senses something amiss. Her beloved Mike is missing right as a romantic movie plays on TV. The love movie tells her, to save him, you must find him. Thus, Dew declares, "You're right. I'm going to save my true love." After a tussle with a few snakes, the rabbit boss leads Mike and Old Dew to the underground kingdom, a paradise for abandoned pets. The rabbit boss is actually an abandoned pet too. He used to be a magician's assistant, but got dumped once the tricks fell flat. Fueled by his hatred for humans, he formed this gang of castaway pets, and joining is no walk in the park. All it takes is a bite from a one-toothed snake. Mike, with his good looks, gets chosen as a candidate for gang membership. Just then, a gang of wildcats shows up to spill the beans, declaring Mike and Old Dew are just pampered pets. The rabbit boss gives out an order, and all the animals gather around, on the verge of uncovering the truth. Old Dew zeroes in on that snake's tail. After one bite, all the animals scatter in fright. Clumsily knocks the rabbit boss into the sewer and ends up wrapping the snake around a pole. What a thrill. The snake rides to bite Mike, while Old Dew watches helplessly as his friend gets snatched away, tears welling up. So, you should have known this was coming. You should realize that being overconfident is never a good strategy. Remember, never pull a stunt like that in front of me. Even if you think you're tough, we pack a punch too. In a survival scramble, Old Dew drags Mike through the sewers but unintentionally messes up. He accidentally jogs right to the drainage point, just as the rabbit boss trails behind with his gang. As they spot their pursuers hot on their tail, they leap into the middle and scream, "Oh no!" Meanwhile, Dew, searching for Mike, hears singing from a cage. It's a blindfolded eagle. The eagle claims to have great eyesight, promising to remove his blindfold for Dew, and in return, he'll search for Mike. However, as soon as Juju takes off the blindfold, the eagle's true colors shine through. He's ready to grab Juju. The eagle panics, struggles, claiming it doesn't want Juju but starved for meat, getting emotional. Touched by his words, Juju agrees. As long as the eagle can find Mike, he'll be his best friend. Subtitle: The eagle yearns for a wonderful life surrounded by friends, and after Juju removes his shackles, the eagle swiftly brings back a scruffy-looking cat who throws back Mike's rubber band. But the tough cat refuses to answer any questions, even ignoring the eagle's threats, which drives Juju to his breaking point. All the still water from the city flows to the ocean, and Mike and Old Dew are washed out to sea, just as a boat passes by. Mike is swept away by the current. Luckily, Old Dew throws the float in time and saves him. They become good friends through hardships.